right, good afternoon, everyone. What a great turnout. It's really wonderful to see you all here today. My name is Shihoko Goto. I am the Deputy Director for Geoeconomics with the Wilson Center's Asia program. This event is actually being live webcast, so I would like to welcome those who are watching this online. And thank you all for being here today. For those of you who find yourselves at the Wilson Center for the first time, a very special welcome to you. The Wilson Center was established in 1968 as an act of Congress. It is a living memorial to President Woodrow Wilson, who remains to this day the only US president who has a PhD. And we are a staunchly bipartisan organization as well, and we really do want to adhere to that bipartisanship as well.
Can I interpret for the crowd?
Yes, yes.
好，大家好，非常感谢今天大家齐聚一堂来这边共襄盛举。那我是威尔逊国际学者中心的亚洲计划地缘经济学副主任后藤智保子。那我想要特别欢迎那些第一次来到威尔逊国际学者中心的人哦。这个威尔逊国际学者中心是在1968年由国会建立的。那这个中心主要是纪念伍德罗·威尔逊总统哦。那他时至今日他是唯一一个有这个博士学位的美国总统。那我们的机构其实是一个不分党派的机构。
All right. Well, so Taiwan is, of course, the gateway to Taiwan, for Taiwan to the world, and it's also the first city that many of us arrive at when we get into Taiwan as well. But it is not simply an airport city. It is also the home of the Taoyuan Aerotropolis Plan, which is Taiwan's biggest infrastructure project to date that is expected to transform the municipality not just into a major transportation hub for the region and indeed the world, but also the center of industrial growth and the center of value-added business processing as well as manufacturing.
好，那简单跟各位介绍一下桃园。那桃园就是台湾的国门之都。那大家其实去台湾的时候，你们的第一站就是桃园。桃园不只是机场城市，也是航空城计划的所在地。那航空城计划呢，是现在台湾最庞大的基础建设计划。那这个计划呢，会全盘的去改变桃园。那不只是让桃园成为区域还有世界的一个交通枢纽，那同时呢，也是会成为一个有附加价值的一个所在地。
I am very delighted and honored to be able to introduce Mayor Cheng Wen-tsan. He was elected in 2014, and according to a poll conducted earlier this year, his popularity rating has reached over 70%. And compared to mayors of other major cities across Taiwan, they have reached not even 50%. So this is a man who is incredibly popular.
好，那今天真的非常荣幸能够邀请到桃园的郑文灿市长来到现场。那郑市长是在2014年的时候第一次选上桃园市市长。那根据一个今年年初进行的一个民调指出，郑市长的支持率是70%以上。那比起台湾其他的各个县市啊，台湾其他的直辖市的市长支持率不到50%。
So I'm sure we're all thinking, well, how is he going to translate his popularity in the municipality and beyond? And also, the bigger issues, how is he going to tackle some of the issues facing not just his municipality, but also Taiwan itself? And what is his outlook on Taiwan's position in the region and beyond? So with that, Mayor Chen.
好，那其实我们也是非常的好奇，说市长的支持度这么高，那未来要怎么样持续去提倡桃园的发展，以及台湾的发展，还有要怎么样去解决一些桃园跟台湾现在面临的挑战？那我们现在话不多说，就有请郑市长。
谢谢。谢谢。
徐厚口副主任，各位贵宾、各位媒体，大家好。
Deputy Director Shihoko, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the press, good afternoon.
我刚才走进这栋建筑，有发现威尔森的一句格言，就是“走在自由的道路上”。
A minute ago, as I walked into this building, I saw a quote from President Woodrow Wilson saying that we should all walk on the path of liberty.
这需要勇气，需要智慧，也需要朋友的支持。
Of course, this takes courage, intelligence, and support from our friends.
在美国的印太战略底下，是希望能够让印太地区能够更安全、更民主、更繁荣。
The major objective of the US-Indo-Pacific Strategy is to ensure greater security, greater democracy, and greater prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region.
那台湾作为亚洲最民主的国家之一，那么当然我们的最高的战略是要避开战争，让和平成为唯一的选项。
And as Asia's most democratic country, Taiwan's goal is to avoid war and make peace the only option.
如何让民主台湾能够永续发展？那这也是我们在台湾这个最重要的课题。
And one of the most important issues that Taiwan is facing now is how to ensure the sustainable development of our democracy.
那印太战略所面对的是中国的崛起。
And under the US-Indo-Pacific Strategy, everybody is facing the rise of China.
那我相信大家都认为中国的威胁是多方面的。
China's threat comes in many different aspects.
那中国透过经济改革开放，以及有全球化的经济，得到了巨大的成果。但是呢，从2001年参加 WTO 到现在，那么中国的经济体制并没有完全按照自由市场的规则。
China has achieved economic prosperity by opening its market and by becoming a globalized nation. However, since China joined the WTO in 2001, we haven't seen China playing by the rules of the free market.
那中国的经济应该把它定义成为国家资本主义，加上一党专政的威权主义。
China's economy should be defined as state capitalism plus authoritarian one-party rule.
那中国所支持的国企以及大型的民营企业，那么只要符合它的战略目标，就可以得到大量的补贴跟特权，形成一个不公平的竞争环境。
So the major state-owned businesses and major private businesses in China, so long as their agendas are aligned with the Chinese government, they will receive large sums of subsidies and privileges from the Chinese government, and this creates an unequal competitive environment.
要中国放弃这样的经济发展模式，这是非常困难的，这也是美中贸易战争最困难处理的问题。
And it is impossible for China to give up this form of economic development or this model of development. And this is what precisely makes negotiations under the US-China trade wars so difficult.
第二个面向是军事的崛起。那么习近平时代，那么对于这个解放军，事实上投入了更多的预算跟改革。
And the second aspect is the rise of China's military power. During Xi Jinping's era, we have seen a greater budget for the People's Liberation Army.
那么中国的军事策略希望能够这个反介入以及有区域的主角，能够让这个在区域议题上得到更大的发言权。
China's military strategy is centered on anti-access and area denial and gaining more of a right of speech in the region.
那么从这个东海的钓鱼岛的这个巡航，到这个南海的造岛以及军事化，到台湾周边海域的这个军舰、军机的活动，那么基本上都是想要在区域问题上取得霸权。
So examples of China trying to become a regional hegemony includes circumnavigating the Diaoyu Islands in the East China Sea, island building in the South China Sea, and also sending fighter jets and vessels to circumnavigate Taiwan.
所以，这个习近平时代跟邓小平时代已经有很大的转变。邓小平强调的是韬光养晦，那么习近平时代强调的是大国崛起。所以战略上已经完全不同。
So we have seen drastically different strategies in the Xi Jinping era compared to Deng Xiaoping's era. Deng Xiaoping proposed keeping our heads down and bettering ourselves, whereas Xi Jinping is more focused on the rise of a great power.
第三是中国在国际的这个组织里面的角色，那么也比以前放大非常多。
And third of all, China's role in international organizations has also grown compared to the past.
特别是“一带一路”，那么透过债务的陷阱，让很多国家在战略上、在资源上要配合中国。
Especially the Belt and Road Initiative. This initiative creates a debt trap that forces other countries to align their strategies with that of China.
事实上，中国在很多国际事务上跟美国跟欧盟，是采取了完全不同的立场。那甚至于以不干涉他国内政做理由，那么也支持了很多的违反人权的政府。
In many international affairs, China sings a completely different tune compared to the US and the EU. And China uses not meddling with other countries' internal politics as an excuse to support countries or nations that have a record of violating human rights.
台湾站在面对中国的第一线，那所承受的压力比任何的国家都来得大。
Taiwan is on the forefront of the rising China, so Taiwan faces even more pressure and stress compared to any other nation.
那么，北京政府用所有的手段来围堵台湾的这个外交活动的空间，甚至包括 NGO 这个活动的参与，都希望能够让台湾消失，听不到台湾的声音。
Beijing has used all means to prevent Taiwan to create a diplomatic blockade around Taiwan, including preventing Taiwan from joining international events held by NGOs. Beijing's ultimate objective is to silence Taiwan and to make Taiwan unheard in the region.
那么对北京来说，台湾如果有充分的国际活动空间，那么他们就认为隐含着这个台湾独立或者一中一台，或者是两个中国的危险。
To Beijing, if Taiwan is active on the international map, then this implicates a threat of Taiwanese independence, one China, one Taiwan, or two Chinas.
那么，中国对台湾的军事威胁，那么也是非常明显，而且是产生很大的心理战的作用。
And China's military threat to Taiwan is also unmistakable, and China has taken the approach of psychological warfare to deter Taiwan.
那这个台湾海峡的安全风险，事实上是来自于北京的这个新的军事威胁的策略。
And the rise in the stakes in the Taiwan Strait actually comes from new strategies or new policies that China has formed.
大家可以想象。那么，中国的军舰、军机绕行台湾，或者是越过海峡的中线，那或者是解放军进行很多的夺岛的演习，以台湾为假想的对象。我想，对于一个民主国家来说，这个是非常具体的威胁。
China has sent its jets and its vessels to circumnavigate the Taiwan Strait, cross the middle line in the Taiwan Strait, and they have also simulated scenarios of taking Taiwan by force. And of course, you can imagine that this creates major threats for a democratic nation like Taiwan.
甚至有些中国民族主义的这个学者，那么还特别强调这个武统的选项或者统一的时间表。
Some nationalist scholars in China have even proposed the option of unification by force, or else have provided a timeline for unification by force.
那么，即使中国没有采取军事的手段，那么它在其他的所谓的统战的这个做法，还是非常多元而且广泛。
Even if China doesn't take actual military action, it is very active in terms of some more intangible types of unification warfare.
比如说，他会扶植一些代言人，或者扩大所谓的三中一清的交流。
For instance, China supports certain political spokespersons that have interests or ideologies that align with the Chinese government. And also, China has been focusing on trying to target what they deem more vulnerable groups in Taiwan, including SMEs, Central and Southern Taiwan, people with middle to low income, and also the younger generation.
那中国当然希望用民主的这个弱点，达成改变民主的目标。
China is hoping to exploit the weaknesses in Taiwan's democracy to diminish or destroy our democracy.
那对我们来说，这个是一个无声的战争，是用这个金钱的购买取代掉这个武力的这个占领。
For us, China is waging a silent war. China is using dollar diplomacy or basically trying to buy Taiwan rather than wage a full-on war.
那么因为台商在中国投资的金额非常庞大，那么中国希望能够透过磁吸效应，让台湾跟中国的经济可以达成一体化的这样的一个依赖效果。
Taiwanese businesses that have invested in Taiwan, they have invested a large amount in China, and China is seeking to further attract even more businesses to invest in China as if China were a magnet. China's ultimate goal is to combine the economies across the Taiwan Strait.
这个策略叫做以商逼政或者以商为政。
We call this strategy using business to strong arm our politics.
事实上，在台湾的重要的选举的时刻，那么台商的组织经常要被迫做政治表态，要发表支持有利于北京的言论。
During elections in Taiwan, Taishang are often coerced or forced to express political opinions that favor Beijing's agenda.
那么，中国不只是透过企业，那么台湾的媒体，那么媒体的主要的股东，那么以及这个广告或者是节目的行销，那么中国也企图用它的各种力量来影响。
China doesn't only influence Taiwanese businesses, it has also infiltrated Taiwan's media, primarily targeting the shareholders of major media companies, the advertisements of these companies, and also the marketing campaign for these media companies.
台湾在网络媒体及社群媒体几乎是100%不设防，那么中国也在这个方面投入非常大的心力，形成另外一个导引台湾的舆论的战场。
So Taiwan absolutely does not control the internet or social media. We have complete freedom, but this has also been exploited by China.
大家都了解，在经过所谓的太阳花学运之后，台湾的年轻世代对中国是不信任，而且没好感，所以中国也花了很多的力量在争取年轻人的支持。
After the Sunflower Movement, the younger generation in Taiwan has grown to distrust China, or they even feel put off by China. So China has invested a lot in trying to attract Taiwan's younger generation.
那么，所谓的惠台31项政策，很大的目标就是要争取年轻人到中国去就学、就业或创业。那提出来的条件是非常优惠的，现在甚至下降到高中生毕业之后可以到中国去留学。
And the 31 new preferential policies that Beijing has announced is aimed towards attracting Taiwanese people to go to China to study, to start up their own businesses, or to find employment. And China has offered many very attractive deals, and now even high school graduates travel to China to pursue a higher degree.
那甚至是民间的宗教信仰的领域，那么中国也运用了相当大的资源，希望达成这个政治效果。
China has also utilized a phenomenal amount of resources to try to politically influence Taiwan through our common religion.
那台湾人的这个民间信仰，那么它的祖庙有的是在福建，有的在广东。那透过宗教的对接，或者到祖庙去所谓的进香，那希望能够透过宗教来影响台湾的政治取向。
Many Taiwanese temples have an ancestral temple in China, and these ancestral temples are mostly located in Guangdong and Fujian. So there are a lot of activities where Taiwanese temple representatives are invited to travel to China to worship at these ancestral temples. So this is how China is trying to use religion to influence Taiwan's politics.
台湾的 temple 这个它的密度跟这个西方的教会是一样的这个密集。
The density of Taiwan's temples is just as much as churches in the Western world.
那其中一个很重要的信仰叫做妈祖，那这个原来是航海的守护神，那么也透过妈祖信仰文化，希望能够这个提高台湾人对中国的这个政治认同。
One of the most predominant faiths in Taiwan is Mazu worship. Mazu is a sea goddess that protects people who travel on the sea. And now Mazu worship has been used by China as a means to let Taiwan identify more with China's political agenda.
刚刚讲的这些方法看起来都是比较正面，不过还有很多负面的方法，例如这个假讯息跟网军。
Of course, the case of religion might seem more positive, but China also has taken more negative approaches, such as releasing disinformation or utilizing their cyber army.
最近有一个瑞典的哥德堡大学的研究，那么显示说，台湾是受到中国最多资讯安全的攻击，也是最多这个网络的这个操作的一个国家。
A recent report called VDEM, released by Gothenburg University, showed that because Taiwan is on the forefront facing China, Taiwan receives the most amount of cyber attacks and most amount of disinformation from China.
大家可以想象，中国要控制14亿人民，不让资讯可以自由流通，它必须要在网络的技术上，那么投资非常大的力量。那包括大型的网络公司也会受到中国政府的监管。
And you can imagine for China to control the information dissemination in a country with a population of 1.4 billion, they have to invest a lot in internet technology, and they also have a lot of control over many large internet companies.
你可以想象，在中国在网络上搜寻不到维尼熊，这在中国会发生。
In China, they are so good at controlling the internet that you can't even find any search results if you type Winnie the Pooh into the search bar.
但是这个方法跟技术已经发展成为去影响台湾的选举，甚至影响包括美国在内许多国家的一个很重要的网络工具。
However, this tool that was originally used for domestic social control in China has now transformed into a weapon for China to sway Taiwan's election results and also to intervene with other countries' affairs, including the United States.
对我们来讲，我们是网络上的公民，那对他们来，我们面对的其实是网络上的 soldier。
We are all netizens, but who we are facing are cyber soldiers or the cyber army.
那大家可能会认为假讯息，那么是如何制作的？好像假讯息只是把图片做非常精致的修改，或者提供一些错误的新闻，其实不只是这样子。
So you may wonder, how is disinformation manufactured or fabricated or produced? Some people might think that disinformation basically means photos that have been photoshopped or releasing false news stories.
假讯息一定是内容农场所制作，或者网军精心的制作，那透过各种行销的手段，让它形成像谣言一样的效果。
When I say disinformation, I mean that it is produced by content farms or by the cyber army and then circulated on the internet, and it creates an effect of becoming rumors or starting rumors.
中国人如何制造这个假讯息是非常有技术的。这个所谓的3分真7分假，或真真假假，它会让你有这个讯息部分的真实。其他都是假的，这样的说服力这跟这个传播力才会比较大。
And China is very skilled at producing disinformation. How do they achieve this? They incorporate a certain level of truth in these fake stories, in this disinformation, to make it more convincing and to make it spread even further.
对，如果俄罗斯要影响欧洲的选举，大家还有点语言的差距，那中国要影响台湾的选举，语言的差距是比较小的。
Let's say if Russia tried to influence election results in the European Union, because there's a language barrier there, so it's easy to see through these fake stories or this disinformation. However, there's less of a language barrier between Taiwan and China, which makes it even more difficult for us to distinguish what stories are true and which are fake.
那现在台湾的这个政府以及有这个网站都成立所谓的事实查核中心，好，包括 Line， 包括 Facebook。那这个查核中心主要是让这个网络上的这个所谓的公民素养可以提高，可以很轻易的有透过一些 APP 或透过一些方式可以让他很快的连接到正确的讯息。那这个工作其实还是很重要。
The Taiwanese government has recently been promoting fact-checking platforms. Taiwan's largest messaging app is called Line, and both Line and Facebook have recently set up fact-checking platforms in Taiwan. And the goal is to increase the internet literacy of netizens. So now people can very easily use apps to check whether or not this information is false. And I believe this is very important work.
最近外交政策杂志登了一篇专文，分析去年的选举，那么中国的网军对于选举如何操作的一个具体的例子。
And recently, Foreign Policy magazine released a report that analyzes the 2018 local elections in Taiwan and proved that China's cyber army did manipulate with Taiwan's elections.
这个竞选重要的这个粉丝社团的管理者，那么他们真实的身份经过追踪以后，发现是中国腾讯的这个员工。那腾讯是拥有 WeChat 这个软体，那这些管理者在选举的时候发挥很大的作用。那他可以分散成非常多的粉丝，去影响台湾的网络舆论。那在选举结束后，这些管理者就一个一个退出。那这个是为了选举而介入的一个很重要的实例。那这个研究也让我们看到，其实那么中国在这个运用网络的技术，企图要来影响这个民主台湾的发展。
And this report also showed that the administrators for a certain political candidate's campaigning fan page were in fact employees of Tencent. Now, Tencent is a major Chinese company that also owns WeChat. And before the elections, this fan page generated a lot of noise for this certain political candidate, which swayed Taiwan's public opinion. But right after the election, all of this noise began to taper off. So it's clear that this fan page was set up simply to create more noise or to sway public opinion in Taiwan. And this also goes to show that China's internet technology is very developed and very mature.
事实上，像腾讯这样大的公司也受到北京政府非常大的影响。那么，这个网络的监控，那么在这些大型的网络公司，那么都必须要配合北京政府，不只是对这个台湾，事实上对中国自己的网络使用者一样采取同样的这个监视的策略。
And Tencent is greatly influenced by the Beijing administration. And these big internet companies in China oftentimes have to play along with the Chinese government's policies on controlling the internet. And it's not just about influencing Taiwan. These companies also control the internet within China.
所以，印太战略底下很多的安全议题，那么包括网络安全、网络的公民素养。这也是必须要推动的一个大的主题。
So there are a lot of security-related issues under the Indo-Pacific Strategy that should be considered, including cybersecurity and how to increase the internet literacy of the public.
如果比较于台湾还隔着台湾海峡，那香港跟中国就更近了。最近的反送中的这个抗议，那么整个香港几乎这个所有的市民。几乎都投入了这一场抗争，包括大学生。 这个在香港的未来的历史发展上会是一个重要的转折点。
At least Taiwan is still separated from China by a strait. However, if we look at Hong Kong, Hong Kong is much closer to China. And during the recent anti-extradition bill protests, we saw that almost the entire population of Hong Kong joined these protests, a lot of them being university students. And I do believe that this protest will mark a very important tipping point in Hong Kong's future.
那么对香港来说，他很难相信中国司法的独立性。假如只要提出引渡的要求，就可以把香港居民这个送到中国审判，我想香港跟中国这一条这个界限就不见了。那对香港人来说，这是完全无法接受的。
People in Hong Kong do not trust the judicial independence of China. All China has to do is submit an application to the Hong Kong government, and then China can have a citizen from Hong Kong extradited to China for trial. For people in Hong Kong, this is a line that cannot be crossed.
那么对香港人来讲，所谓的一国两制也已经破产。这个两制是假象，一国才是真实的。
For people in Hong Kong, one country, two systems has completely failed. In fact, two systems is just an illusion. One country is the whole point.
那么，北京所承诺的港人治港，或者是双普选，我想从这个反送中运动看得出来，已经是完全这个承诺都完全跳票了。
Beijing has not delivered its promise to Hong Kong for locals to rule Hong Kong and to guarantee universal suffrage.
所以，反送中这个运动要怎么落幕？特首是不是下台？这个法案是不是撤回？这是比较短的议题。更长的议题是香港要如何能够民主化。
So with the anti-extradition bill protests, some more short-term issues that people are debating is whether or not the chief executive should step down and whether or not the bill will be withdrawn. However, some more long-term issues is how should Hong Kong's democracy continue on developing in the future?
那这个议题在台湾就形成一个这个挺香港、保台湾的一个气氛。那个气氛就是对中国的所谓的一国两制的这个诉求，那么在台湾是完全没有任何市场。
And since the anti-extradition bill protests in Taiwan, there has been a sentiment to support Hong Kong and to preserve Taiwan's democracy. So now the Taiwanese public, the one country's two systems, does not have any market in Taiwan.
我想这反送中的运动所形成的政治效果，会让中国将来争取包括香港人甚至台湾的好感，这是一道无形的高墙，这高墙是不容易推翻的。
And because of the political effect of the anti-extradition bill protests, there has been an even larger wall built between China and Hong Kong and China and Taiwan, and it will be ever harder for China to surpass this barrier.
我想亲中路线在台湾已经走到了一个新的十字路口。
The pro-China camp in Taiwan has reached a new turning point.
北京政府的最新的表述是认为只有一中，没有各表。那亲中路线并没有所谓的各说各话的空间。
And at this crossroad, the pro-China camp is faced with a dilemma because the latest discourse from Beijing is that Beijing only recognizes one China. It does not recognize respective interpretations. So for the pro-China camp, they cannot promote the idea of respective interpretations.
那么这个路线希望台湾跟中国进一步的经济整合。那么这个路线也希望说台湾透过北京的谈判跟默契，要降低国防的支出以及外交的竞赛。那这样的路线在台湾也慢慢失去市场。
And the idea that Taiwan and China should have a more tightly knitted economy, and that the pro-China camp and the Beijing administration should come to a sort of untold agreement or some sort of rapport, has these ideas have lost popularity. And in addition, the pro-China camp also does not proactively seek increasing Taiwan's defense budget, and now these have all lost the support of the public in Taiwan.
那当然，台商也许会挹注一部分的经费，那么去影响台湾的政治，但是台商也是很多元的，并不是一种意见。
Of course, Taishang might invest a lot in influencing Taiwan's politics. However, Taishang do not only favor one side of the story. Taishang are very diverse.
那么台商也非常了解，那么中国的市场已经是形成一个看不见的风险，那经营的成本也大幅提高，尤其是美中贸易战争之后，那么他们被迫要寻找这个新的这个生产基地。那这个是一个目前这个对台湾来讲是一个很重要的一个转折点。
Taishang also understand that China's market is now faced with an invisible risk, and the operation costs for Taishang in China has increased. Furthermore, since the U.S.-China trade war, these Taishang have inevitably have to find new bases in other places. So this actually creates a new opportunity for Taiwan.
那么台湾的政府现在推出了台商回流的专案，那么这个专案来申请的台商，预估到今年年底，那么会超过200亿到250亿美金之间，而且这个方向是持续在发展下去。
The Taiwanese government has established a special project to assist Taishang who seek to return to Taiwan, and it is estimated that by the end of 2019, the total investment of Taishang returning to Taiwan will reach 20 to 25 billion US dollars.
那当然有些会选择移转到越南或者是 ASEAN 国家去分散整个风险。
Of course, some Taishang have chosen to relocate to Vietnam or other Southeast Asian countries to separate or to disperse their risk.
那么我们用今年上半年的统计，发现这个转单效应是非常明显的。大概从美国直接下单到台湾，那台湾出口的电子产品，像这个手机、笔记型电脑，像这个桌上型电脑、伺服器等等，大概增加了20%。
Statistics for the first half of this year have indicated that there's been large order transfers because of the U.S.-China trade war. The number of direct orders from the United States to Taiwan has increased by 20%, most of these being electronic products such as laptop computers, cell phones, and servers.
那当然，从台湾的零组件卖到中国，在过去的半年当中，也下降了大概15%。
And over the past 6 months, the number of components sold from Taiwan to China has also decreased by 15%.
那当然，这个美中贸易战争如果持续下去，那对中国的企业来说，也是一个长期的消耗战。
If the U.S.-China trade war persists, this will create even more difficulties, and it will be even more taxing for Chinese businesses.
那么不只是出口会减少，那么所谓的红色供应链也会受到相当的损害。
Not only will China's exports decrease, but the red supply chain will also be disrupted.
那对台湾来讲，如何掌握这个美中贸易战所带来的，不管是风险还是机会，我们必须要务实的去评估，如何让台湾的经济能够发展得更好。
For Taiwan, it is important for us to assess the risks and opportunities under the U.S.-China trade war and determine how we can utilize this to our benefit to boost our economy.
我看到回流的这个方向，除了这个制造业之外，电子业是非常大的项目。
Other than the manufacturing industry, another example of Taishang's returning back to Taiwan is the electronics industry.
那大概有3个方向，第一个是把这个高阶的制造回来台湾。
So they returned to the electronics industry has returned to Taiwan in 3 different ways. First of all, it has moved high-end manufacturing back to Taiwan.
那第二个是 把产能，在把中国大陆的产能降低，把台湾或其他的东南亚国家的产能提高。
And the second approach is to lower the production capacity in China and to increase their production capacity in Taiwan or Southeast Asian countries.
那第三就是在台湾成立 R&D 的 center， 那么跟美国做的这个高科技产业做更多的这个协力合作。
And the third approach is to establish R&D centers in Taiwan and to have closer collaborations with high-tech companies in the United States.
那当然，印太战略有很多的目标。那我想大家熟悉的是，这个如何让台湾成为印太战略里面最好的、最可靠的民主伙伴。那同时也是不可或缺、不可替代的这个战略伙伴。
There are many objectives under the Indo-Pacific Strategy. And now what we must consider is how can we make Taiwan the United States' best democratic partner under the Indo-Pacific Strategy? And Taiwan is indispensable under the strategy.
那第三就是我刚刚提到的，如何在科技产业上，那么台湾成为美国的一个非常紧密的伙伴。
In addition, how can Taiwan become an even closer partner to the United States in terms of the high-tech industry?
那当然，其他方面像是军售的常态化，支持台湾参加国际的组织，或者是美台对话去推动很多的这个印太地区的良善的政府治理，这些都是方向。那不过我刚刚也特别提到说，要共同面对的就是如何加强美台之间的这个科技产业的合作。
Other issues to consider is how to normalize arms sales to Taiwan, how to aid Taiwan in participating in more international organizations, and how to open even more dialogues between the U.S. and Taiwan, and how to achieve good governance. And furthermore, I would like to stress that it is important for Taiwan to consider how to engage in more high-tech exchanges with the United States.
事实上，印太战略的提出是在2017年11月，那么川普总统在这个越南提出说自由开放的印太战略，那到现在就是2年，但这2年已经产生很大的这个改变。
President Trump first proposed the Indo-Pacific Strategy in Vietnam in November of 2017. And back then, President Trump mentioned that this strategy would be a free and open strategy. Now the strategy has been launched for about 2 years, and we have seen significant changes already.
那去年的11月，那彭斯副总统也特别提出印太战略的愿景。
And in November of 2018, Vice President Pence also talked about the vision of the Indo-Pacific Strategy.
就是包括经济繁荣、这个安全，以及有良善的政府治理跟公民的赋权。那我相信台湾在这个过程是可以扮演非常多的角色。
For instance, economic prosperity, security, good governance, and civil empowerment. And I believe that in all these aspects, Taiwan can play a very important role.
大家常常比喻说，台湾面对中国的崛起，就好像圣经故事所讲的大卫 versus 巨人。那也希望能够让大卫不要孤单，让大卫力量大一点。
And when people talk about how Taiwan is facing the rising power of China, we often use the analogy of David and Goliath. And of course, we hope that David does not have to fight Goliath alone.
就像我刚刚一开头讲的，如果自由是唯一的道路的话，需要更大的勇气、智慧，也需要更多的朋友。
I would like to hark back at my first sentence that I said during the speech. Freedom is the only option, and liberty is the path that we should take. And to do so, we need greater courage, intelligence, and friends.
好，谢谢大家。
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor Chen, for that very comprehensive analysis of the challenges facing Taiwan and its democracy, freedom of speech, space in the international order. I should probably also add that one of the big values that the United States shares with Taiwan is also about female empowerment, and that there's a great deal of respect for Taiwan ensuring that there is gender equality in addition to LGBT rights as well. I really wanted to ask about policies to ensure Taiwan's economic competitiveness, but I'm actually, because we do have a full house, and I want this to be an opportunity for you to hear from the participants who have been waiting so patiently. If there is a roaming mic, we are webcasting this. If you could please raise your hand, identify yourself, and ask a question, not a speech. Thank you. The gentleman here.
I'm sorry, can I interpret for the crowd
yes,
first?
I'm sorry.
Okay. 好，非常谢谢郑市长给我们了一个这么完善的演讲哦，让我们看到台湾现在在民主、还有自由言论以及国际空间上面面临的一些挑战。那我想另外一个台湾跟美国其实共享的一个价值就是女性赋权这件事情哦。那我其实也非常乐见说，台湾也有做到性别平等，而且在LGBT 同志族群的这个平等也做得非常的好。那其实因为我们今天现场的人非常多，所以我希望把时间交给大家，让大家可以多跟市长交流。那等一下待会会有工作人员帮忙发麦克风。那因为今天这一场是有在直播的，那所以请大家待会要问问题的时候先举手，那先简单自我介绍一下，然后问一个问题，不要是发表演说，请确实问一个问题。
Richard Coleman, CBP, retired, often a visitor to beautiful Taiwan and the airport there. I have two quick questions. One, apparently the next terminal plan got squashed. I'd like to know if that's still on in the future. But more importantly, is a Kuomintang becoming too pro-China for the Taiwanese electorate in the next election?
好，你好，我的名字叫做 Richard Coleman。那我是以前在 CBP 任职，现在已经退休了。那我以前有常常造访台湾，也常常造访过桃园这个美丽的城市。那我有2个问题要问。第一个就是我听说这个桃园的第3航厦这个计划现在已经被取消了。那我不知道说这个计划现在有没有任何的消息。那第2个问题就是想请问市长，国民党现在是不是已经太过于亲中，导致说台湾的选民没有办法去认同国民党？
这个第一个问题哦，是桃园航空城计划正在进行当中，那机场正在扩建，那第3航厦跟第3跑道也在时间表上，那我们应该会在这个一定的时间内把它完成。
To answer your first question, the Aerotropolis project is currently in progress, and we are planning to build a 3rd terminal and a 3rd runway, and it will be completed within schedule.
那桃园国际机场的运量是将近5000万人次，也算是国际上的大机场。
The volume, the passenger volume for Taoyuan International Airport is almost 50 million passengers per year, so it is a major international airport.
那第2个是这个在台湾亲中路线遇到年轻人非常大的挑战。那刚才主持人有特别说，那么年轻人对婚姻平权很支持。那在台湾，35岁是一个分界，这个新世代比较注重婚姻平权，比较注重对台湾的认同。那比较年纪大的世代，比较注重的是这个家庭价值，注重的是安全。那所以这个年轻世代会改写台湾的政治版图。那我相信假如失去年轻人支持的政党，是无法这个取得执政权的。
In Taiwan, the pro-China camp is now greatly challenged by the younger population because the younger population support many values that go against pro-China values. For instance, young people in Taiwan support marriage equality. And I often say that the age of 35 is a great divide in Taiwan. So people younger than 35 years old, they, for the most part, they support marriage equality. They identify with Taiwan, whereas people older than 35, they cherish family values and they are more security-oriented. So I feel like the younger generation, the under 35 generation, will definitely cause a shift in Taiwan's politics in the future. And if a political party cannot gain the support of the younger generation, then it's impossible for them to rule in Taiwan.
The gentleman in the back in the red.
Mark Magnier with the South China Morning Post. Thank you very much, Mayor Cheng and Wilson Center for holding this. You very well laid out many of the pressures that China is putting on Taiwan. I'm wondering, with your visit and with President Tsai Ing-wen's visit right now, what pressures have you felt either yourself or to your hosts on the U.S. side? Thank you.
你好，我的名字叫做 Mark Magnier，那我是南华早报的记者。那我想要请问一下，就是其实市长刚有谈到很多中国对于台湾施加的压力哦。那此行您跟蔡总统同时访美，那有没有受到任何这个中国方面的压力，或者是说在美国本来要见的对象有没有受到任何的施压？
蔡总统的行程应该由总统的发言人来回答。那我来美国访问。那主要是参加这个商务部所举行的 GCTC， 那这是一个公开活动在我来之前已经在网站上公开了。那这个是这个访问团今天就会到达，大概有60个人。那我想这个是智慧城市的交流，那不会也不应该受到任何的阻碍。
I believe that in terms of President Tsai's itinerary, perhaps the best person to answer this question is her spokesperson. I am personally here on this trip to take part in the Global Cities Teams Challenge, which is organized by the Department of Commerce. Now, this is a public event, and it had already been announced on their website a while back, and there will be a 60% delegation from Taoyuan joining this event, and they are arriving today. So I am more focused on engaging in smart city exchanges. And I feel like when it comes to smart city exchanges, there shouldn't be any hurdles there whatsoever.
那美国的支持对我们来讲是非常重要的，但是每一个安排都需要谨慎、很务实的处理，我相信才能达成最大的效果。
And the United States' support for us greatly matters to Taiwan. But I feel like all arrangements must be there must be discretion for all arrangements, and we must also be pragmatic.
See a hand there.
郑市长好，我是台湾来的访问学者，成大政治系王洪仁，在这边想请教郑市长2个很简短的问题哈。第一个问题就是说，请问郑市长，刚刚有提到说台湾在美国的印太战略当中应该扮演很重要的角色，能不能请教一下说，如果具体方面来讲，您作为一个桃园市长，或者说从代表桃园市来讲的话，怎么样用城市的交流方式来加入这个印太战略有所贡献，这样哦。第二个问题是说，最近美国国务院批准了对台军售案的问题，不知道郑市长以您市长的角度来讲，您评估一下，觉得说这个对美中台关系有没有什么样的影响？谢谢。
Hello, Mayor. I'm a visiting scholar from Taiwan, from Zhengzhi University, the Department of Political Science. My name is Wang Hongren. I also have 2 questions for you. My first question is that you mentioned Taiwan plays a very important role under the US-Indo-Pacific Strategy. Could you specifically share with us, as mayor, how will you use city diplomacy or city exchanges to join the Indo-Pacific Strategy, or to basically provide support for the Indo-Pacific Strategy? And my second question is that the Department of State recently approved a batch of arms sales to Taiwan. And as mayor, could you briefly share with us how you think this will influence the U.S., Taiwan, and China relationship?
那当然，桃园是台湾的国际交通的枢纽。那我希望台湾跟美国之间有更多的这个航班，更多的物流，更多的商务的往来。那这个部分我们会这个做最大的努力。那当然，美国的企业在台湾也有很多投资，那特别是在桃园，那我们也协助让他们的投资的障碍可以克服。那我们的企业其实很大的部分跟美国都有这个代工的关系。那事实上，目前台湾的企业跟美国事实上合作的是非常好。那未来这个合作也会扩大，所以这不只是一个城市层次的问题，是整个台湾如何在这个未来的印太战略底下，在民主、在战略、 在这个产业经济方面能够有更多的合作。那这一点我是很有信心。这个台湾跟美国除了讲的语言不太一样以外，那么在共同的价值上，那么几乎都是一样的。那台湾的企业也是可以合作的对象，它对于智慧财产权是保护的，这跟中国企业是不太一样的。
Taoyuan International Airport is a major hub for Taiwan, and this is to answer your first question. And of course, we will strive to increase the number of flights and also our logistics operations and business exchanges. And U.S. companies or U.S. businesses have also invested heavily in Taoyuan, and the city government assists them in overcoming hurdles when they decide to invest in Taoyuan. And many Taiwanese businesses are involved in original design manufacturing for U.S. companies, and I'm confident that in the future, these collaborations will grow even further. But this is, of course, not just a municipal issue. It is something that all of Taiwan has to consider. We must consider how can we increase our democracy and our strategic and industrial and economic collaboration with the United States. But I'm very confident about this situation. I feel like even though Taiwan and the United States speak a different language, we share common values. And Taiwanese businesses value intellectual property rights, which is a stark contrast from China.
军售的常态化对于台湾来讲是一个非常重要的安全保障，那也是一个重要的讯息。那我相信这个对于促进两岸的和平，让台湾增加国防这个安全的这个筹码也是重要的。那我想最近的宣布对台湾来讲也是一个非常重要的一个里程碑。
And we also feel like the recent announcement for the arms sales deal is quite a milestone for Taiwan because the normalization of U.S. arms sales to Taiwan is a very important form of security guarantee, and it also sends a message to China. And I feel like this greatly contributes to peace across the Taiwan Strait, and it also provides more leverage for Taiwan.
If I can ask about the changing economic landscape in the region. You mentioned the U.S.-China trade dispute creating opportunities for Taiwan to attract investments. Not a lot of it is going to Southeast Asia, of course, but also there's an attractiveness to Taiwan as well. Is Taiwan doing enough to take advantage of the new situation? And also, my second question would be about trade agreements. Now, the ongoing argument would be that Taiwan needs a trade agreement with the United States. The United States would argue that there are certain concessions that Taiwan needs to make, especially in the agricultural front. Is this a good time to consider that? Give and take both ways?
好，那我想我有2个问题想要请问哦。第一个就是跟这个经济的版图改变有所关系哦。那市长其实刚刚有提到说，在这个中美贸易冲突底下，其实台湾有很多新的投资的机会。那我们台湾吸引到了很多投资，那当然有一些投资是流往这个东南亚。那我想要请问市长，觉得台湾有没有足够的去善用这个机会，去多吸引台商或者是吸引其他的国家来投资台湾？那我要问的第2个问题就是说，是针对这个贸易协定或贸易协议有关的问题哦。那其实现在有很多声浪在说，台湾跟美国应该要签订一个贸易协定。但是其实美国这边的回应是说，台湾一定势必对一些农产品需要做出一些让步，才有可能签订这样的协定。不知道市长有没有什么看法，想要跟我们分享的？
第一个问题确实台湾的政府需要这个来迎接一个新的时代。那么过去台商是从台湾转移到中国投资，那台商也转移到东南亚，那这一次是第3次的一个大的移转。那我想这个移转的这个 scale 会很大，那所以我们现在政府有很多方面的优惠，让台商回来。那我觉得效果也很好。因为桃园是整个电子业的重镇。那我看到几乎所有的电子业都在做这个新的布局，那我相信这样的趋势会不断的深化。 那第二个问题是第一个问题你先回答。
Okay. To answer your first question, the Taiwanese government has come to realize that it is facing a new era. In the past, Taiwanese businesses relocated to China or Southeast Asia, but now we are seeing a reverse wave where Taiwanese businesses are moving back and at a very, very large scale. So the Taiwanese government has a lot of incentives to attract these Taishang to return to Taiwan. And Taoyuan as I mentioned, is a major electronics hub. And from my observations, I've seen that all of these electronics companies are now finding new deployment strategies. And I feel like this will be an expanding trend in the future.
台湾跟美国如果可以签订 FTA， 这对双方都是有利的。那目前卡关的议题是这个美猪美牛的议题啊，我相信这个问题在台湾是被过度的政治化。那如果说国际贸易的游戏规则，那么在签订 FTA 的时候，必须要接受这样的一致标准。我相信台湾必须要在内部清楚的说明，那么签订 FTA 需要达成哪些条件，让这个国民可以接受，让产业可以调整。我想任何贸易谈判都有这样的困难。那我觉得假设台湾跟美国可以在这个方面达成某一些默契的话，那么这个是对双方都是好事。
And to answer your second question, if a free trade agreement is to be signed between Taiwan and the United States, some of the issues we need to overcome include the import of U.S. pork and U.S. beef. However, I feel like this issue is overly politicalized in Taiwan. And of course, with FTAs, there are some universal international standards that countries that sign the FTA must follow. So the Taiwanese government must put greater effort into trying to persuade Taiwanese citizens and trying to convince industries in Taiwan to make adjustments accordingly. And overall, it is important that Taiwan and the United States must establish more rapport on this issue.
Okay.
All right. One last question. The gentleman in the blue shirt.
Speaking of trade, Dave Wallace with the Fair Energy Foundation. Thank you very much for coming today and presenting your views. Regarding trade, could you tell us the impacts of the United States' newfound and renewed energy sufficiency and how it's impacted Taiwan relative to your energy costs, if it has, and what things can the United States do to help promote lower cost energy as it relates to production?
好，那市长你好，我的名字叫做 David Wallace， 我是 Fair Energy 基金会的代表哦，那是一个能源基金会的代表。那我想要请问的就是美国新的这个再生能源计划对于台湾的这个能源价格有没有产生什么样的影响？那如果有产生影响的话呢，美国要怎么跟台湾合作来帮台湾去降低这个能源的价格？
台湾也在推动能源转型。那我们的目标是再生能源要到20%，包括太阳能跟风力。那目前正在努力中。那所以有很多绿能的基金在投资这些风力发电跟太阳能发电的产业。那也欢迎到台湾来投资。那第二部分是天然气的发电的占比要到达50%。那这个是一个高的目标。那我们过去台湾跟这个像卡达有购买的这种长期的天然气合约，那最近也转而向美国购买天然气。那希望这个天然气占比要50% 的话，这稳定的供应跟储存的设备是非常重要的。所以台湾在这一方面也需要投入更多的经费，因为我们在这个核能发电方面已经确定说要逐渐退场，所以未来在绿能以及天然气发电上都可以跟美国有很多的合作。
Okay, to answer your question, Taiwan is now currently promoting energy transformation. Our objective is to increase renewables to 20%, and this includes solar power and wind power. And we are working very hard to meet this goal. So there are actually a lot of green investment projects in Taiwan, and I would like to welcome any energy businesses to consider investing in Taiwan. And Taiwan's natural gas power generation needs to, our goal is to reach 50%. Now, this is a very high mark. And in the past, we have longstanding contracts to purchase natural gas from Qatar. But now we have began purchasing natural gas from the United States. And I think what would really benefit Taiwan is a stable supply and storage facilities. And this is also something that Taiwan must invest in, because now it is certain that Taiwan will slowly shut down its nuclear power plants. So in the future, we can consider how to work more closely together with the United States in promoting green energy.
Well, you covered a lot of ground for us today, and I really want to thank you for your time and for your openness. Thank you for being here, and if you could all join me in one of the mayor. Thank you.
好，我们掌声谢谢郑市长。